for coming today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So, how have you been since we last saw each other? It's been a couple of weeks.
I've been okay. I'm really stressed with all the schoolwork that I have right now and the changes happening at my job. I'm not really sure how to prioritize things right now in my life.
Okay. So would it be helpful if we talked about that here?
Yes, I feel like it would be. I've got a lot of things that I need to do that I just don't have time to do. And I'm feeling a lot of my stress and anxiety coming out daily. So talking about it would be helpful.
Okay. I remember last time you were here we talked about the fact that you're going to be starting an internship in a couple, was it weeks or months? I think it was months.
A couple of months, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be starting at Clifton Springs Hospital in the behavioral health outpatient.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
It sounds like a lot of work to me. So that on top of, full-time hours right now, is a little overwhelming, and trying to plan a wedding too at the same time.
Absolutely, and it's a lot to juggle.
It is. But I just, I'm trying to prioritize my time. I just find myself getting really stressed out easily.
Mm-hmm. So, I know we had talked about a couple of different things we could kind of work on to alleviate your stress or help you to be able to prioritize everything that you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know last time I saw you, I asked you to go home and think about some of the positive traits that you have that you think might help you to get through this different time, this long period of time with an internship and working and planning a wedding, all of that stuff. Were you able to come up with anything?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and do any prioritizing or listing of things, but I've definitely thought about it and kept it in mind. I've tried the stress reduction workbook, and I'm trying to take things out of that on a daily basis to help me and my issues with that. So, I'm doing one step at a time, and changing my own behaviors is what I'm really focusing on at this point. So
do you feel like you have behaviors that are inhibiting your ability to work full-time and go to school full-time and do your internship, plan the wedding?
yeah, I have a really hard time concentrating on things, and I miss details, which I know is part of the adult ADHD that we had talked about previously. But I am having a difficult time prioritizing things and focusing on one thing. My mind bounces from one thing to another constantly, and I struggle with that. So,
Right. So would it be helpful for us to work on tips to prioritize, or help you figure out what you need to prioritize on, or is it something that you think you can deal with outside of our time together?
yeah, I think I could do that. I think I just need some direction and some help focusing in on things that are the most important, and then working from there.
Okay. So what would you say is your biggest, your main focus right now then? What would be number one if you were to prioritize?
School.
School. Okay, what about school? Is it the homework, attending the classes, the internship? Is it a certain part of school?
The mixture of the doubled up classes that we have right now. I'm having a hard time figuring out what's due when and how things are supposed to be completed.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure that when you were in school, you went through the same things.
Of course.
Yeah. So I guess just trying to figure out, what to do first, and slowing my mind down enough to focus on certain things. So some help with that would be great.
Okay. How are you doing this far? Have you started at all, or have you had your class yet? Have you had any assignments due?
Yeah, I've had some assignments due, and I've been doing pretty good with it so far. but none of the big assignments have been needed to be handed in yet, so I'm having a hard time with that. But I mean, I know I'm smart enough to do them. It's just a matter of
Oh, absolutely.
understanding what I'm supposed to be doing when is my issue.
Now, do they have contact numbers if you need to get in touch with a professor? I mean, does a professor respond to emails in a timely manner? Do you have a cell phone you can reach them on if you have questions? How does that work?
Email's typically the way it's working so far.
Okay.
So you know, I'm in pretty constant contact with the professor on a daily basis to talk about some of my issues or my questions.
Okay.
But that's where I am with that right now.
How about classmates? Do you have any classmates that you're close with that you can say, hey, I don't understand how this is going. Do you think you can help me out? Do you have any of those?
Yeah, I'm very, very close with one girl in my class. We've become really good friends.
Okay.
And I reach out to her a lot because she seems to have it a little bit more together than me
Well,
in many aspects.
Underestimate yourself. You've done great thus far, so I don't see any reason where it should not continue. You seem to be pretty dedicated, motivated. You seem to want this, so I think it's going to help you get through the next year of this internship and chaos that you said earlier.
Yeah, I'm definitely dedicated. I know what I want in life. I just need to be able to get there and stay focused and, you know, not get sidetracked by other things. It's really hard to run a household and plan a marriage and deal with a child that's not mine and everything every single day and deal with the unethical things that are going on at work.
Oh, I'm sure. I can believe it. So you're planning a marriage. Is your fiance somebody that you can use to talk to if you get stressed out, or is that not preferably somebody you choose to go to?
I do. I talk to him about certain things. Other things I know that he doesn't understand. I have people at work I can reach out to. But due to a lot of the unethical things that are going on at work at this time, I've kind of taken a back seat in terms of reaching out to people because I don't know who I can trust and who I can't trust. So that's where I am with that.
So we kind of talked about how to manage the internship that's going on and how to manage the classes. You have a professor that you can email often.
Yes.
You have a classmate in your class that you seem to be really close with, so you can use her as a resource.
Yeah.
You kind of said that, you know, your fiance is somebody that intermittently is somebody that you can talk to. So it seems like you have good support to help you get through this place, this time in your life. How about things that you can do for yourself? Self-care, hobbies, extracurricular activities, any of those?
Yeah, I mean, I love to, you know, go tanning and have my nails done.
Which girl doesn't?
Exactly. If I don't have those things in place, I tend to, like, my mood changes. And then, you know, I have some friends that I like to spend some time with on my free time, too, but they all have children, so I feel like I'm never escaping screaming children no matter where I go, and that can be a little stressful.
Absolutely.
So I guess it's just me learning how to cope with the many advancements and changes in my life that come with growing up. So working on that is always good.
Okay. So, do you have friends that don't have children? I know you just said that you had friends that you like to hang out with, but they have kids and it doesn't allow you to escape all of that. Do you have friends that don't have children that you can hang out with?
Just one, and my classmate too doesn't, but her niece is so like a
children.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not that I don't love children, it's just not all the time.
No, it can be exhausting. I agree. What do you like to do when you do have time to yourself?
I mean, I love to read, and I love to watch my DVR shows.
Okay.
And when it's nice out, I like to be out on the lake and go for
Do you go
walks.
boating?
Yep, I go boating, swimming and running outside, going for walks and things like that, enjoying the environment. But due to this awful winter,
Well, I think spring is, 30 days away? So
Yes.
we should be getting there.
hopefully, my depression kicks in big time in the winter, so
Okay.
I have a hard time with that.
And
But-
are you seeing somebody for that? Are you are you on any medications for that? Have you addressed medications for that?
I haven't, no. And I haven't, I was previously diagnosed with depression before I came and saw you. So I guess you would be who I would talk to about it now,
Okay.
that I don't have anybody else. But I mean, I feel like I'm coping with it pretty well at this point. But when the issue does come up, I will address it more.
Okay, so you were diagnosed before starting our work together.
Yes.
Was it through your primary care? Was it through a psychiatrist? Another?
It was through Genesee Mental Health
Okay.
about 5 years ago.
Okay.
I haven't taken any medications in probably 4 years because of the weight gain,
Okay.
which made me more depressed.
Of
So
course, absolutely.
I'm just trying to work on maintaining my weight and staying healthy at
Okay,
this
well,
point.
I mean, all of those things are things that we can talk about here if you want. Of course, it's your time, so I don't want to, pick and choose what we talk about, but I want you to know you're free to talk about any of those issues that you have and you think that maybe I could help you get through. So, of course, these sessions can go any way you want. We can start wherever you want. I
Okay.
just want to get that out of the way just so you understand.
Okay. Well, I feel like you're very encouraging and empathetic to my, needs and wants. So I feel comfortable here, and I would like to continue, my sessions as we move forward and talk more about what's going on.
Okay.
Maybe some suggestions in terms of like homework assignments or books to read would be good.
Okay, I think one of the things that we should probably start with, and you let me know if this is where you'd like to start, but we could talk about some of the positive things that you have going on that you might be able to turn to when you become stressed or anxious over the internship and homework and classes and planning a wedding. Is that something that you think that we could work through?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely willing to take any suggestions or any, pieces of mind, as one would say, to help me get through any of the stuff that's going on. So, if you have any, local support groups or any, anything local that might help me to reach out to other people going through
Okay.
similar stuff, that would be good too.
Okay, I actually have a list of quite a few support groups in the area on my desk that I can give to you on your way out. Our time is kind of winding down, so I kind of want to check in with you, see how you felt after today's session, what's going on in your mind.
I definitely feel more at ease now that I've been able to talk about stuff, and I definitely would like to come back and see you again and see, where I'm at next week, given the tools you've given me this week to work with.
Okay. So, if you want, we can reschedule you for another 2 weeks if that works good for you. I can give you some of the handouts we have on support groups. And I think that's a good place to start for next week. I don't want to overload you. I don't want to cause any more stress or any more anxiety you might have. But we can start there, and we'll get you scheduled for the next couple of weeks, and I'll get you those handouts.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
It was good seeing you. I'll see you in
You
a few
too.
weeks.
Awesome.